Man, I truly don't know how to feel about the MCU anymore, and I don't know how to feel about this new Deadpool film at the same time. On one hand, I'm really hyped and excited to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds teaming up together in this movie as the Wolverine and Deadpool. I wonder what crazy and wacky adventures are in store for them. But on the other hand, I'm just so burned out by all the mediocre MCU movies and TV shows that have been released after Endgame. Yes, we had our Spider-Man No Way Home and we had our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yes, Loki was okay as well, but in my opinion, they were the only decent MCU things that came out. I just personally found a lot of the stuff to be really mediocre and I just wasn't that invested in it. And a lot of people online feel the same way about this, so Deadpool and the Wolverine is truly going to be a make or break moment. With it being the one and only MCU movie coming out this year, this movie, whether it's going to be good or bad, will be the talk of the town. Yo, what's good? It's your boy D the Views, and the new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine has finally been released during the Super Bowl, and I haven't actually watched the trailer. I actually want to go into this movie blind and see what it's going to be about once I sit in the movie theaters in July, but the hype for this movie is unreal. People are going absolutely crazy online, with the trailer gaining millions and millions of views, and it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. I knew there was hype for this movie, but my gosh, dude, the hype is unreal. A lot of fans are saying the same things over and over again. Will this movie save the MCU? Please Deadpool, save the MCU. I keep seeing these type of comments in pretty much the majority of the Deadpool trailers posted on X and YouTube, and to be honest with you, I actually agree with them. After Endgame, the MCU hasn't quite been as awesome as it once was. Yes, we did have No Way Home, and yes, we did have Guardians 3, which were pretty excellent movies, with Loki and WandaVision being pretty damn cool shows, but most of their releases have been pretty mediocre at best when you compare it to the rest of the MCU. In my opinion, the problem with the MCU is that I feel like Disney focuses more on quantity than quality. I mean, in 2023, we had 6 different MCU projects. We had Ant-Man 3, we had Guardians 3, we had Secret Invasion, we had Loki Season 2, we had What If, and then we had the Marvels, and in 2022 we had another 6 as well. I mean, just imagine, dude, in just 2 years alone we had 12 different MCU products. 12! That's insane, dude! In just 2 years alone, they practically had the same amount of releases of MCU content as the first 2 phases, which took 7 years to release 12 content. Plus, with you needing to watch the TV shows to understand the movies, like what happened with Doctor Strange, you needed to watch WandaVision to understand this movie, and then with the Marvels, you have to watch Kamala Khan's show. With WandaVision, it's just too much, dude. The audiences are getting burned out, and there's just not much of a reason to go watch these movies. Honestly, they have to be movies that have to be worthwhile to go to the cinema to watch. I feel like ever since the lockdowns happened, people are very picky with what films they go to the cinemas to watch, which is why Barbie and Oppenheimer did so well, as they were events. You had to go see both movies on the same day, otherwise you were missing this grand event. The way that film was marketed was insane. On top of that, it was an interesting film. It was an IP that people were familiar with, but the story was very different and unique for people to really get into it. But going back to Deadpool and Wolverine, will this movie save the MCU? Will this movie regain people's trust for the MCU? I feel like it's been done before. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 grossed over 800 million last year, and that movie more or less regained people's trust in the MCU. Even though people started to fall out of love with the MCU, the reason why that movie did so well at the box office was because that's James Gunn's baby. It's more or less its own thing, just like Spider-Man was its own thing, with it being more focusing on the Spider-Man lore, connecting the previous Sony movies to that movie. Deadpool and Wolverine is more or less its own thing as well. I mean, you don't need to watch any of the MCU movies to understand this movie. You just gotta watch the first 2 Deadpool films and then you're good. I feel like every year after Endgame, there's always been that one movie that people like, but then all the others just seem to be a bit of a failure, and then people say that the MCU is bad, it's gone downhill. But then you have Loki Season 2 or Spider-Man No Way Home or Guardians 3, and then people say, oh my gosh, MCU is finally back on track. And then you have your Secret Invasions and your Marvels, and then people say, oh, the MCU's gone downhill all over again. And now with Deadpool and Wolverine, people are going to say that the MCU is finally back on track. So it's very back and forth with people's feelings on the MCU, whether they think it's back or whether they think it's going downhill. Honestly, I haven't even really watched any of the TV shows because I just haven't been that invested in the main characters so far. We used to have characters like Tony Stark and Captain America that used to be the pillars of the MCU. We used to see them yearly in different type of films, doing their thing, getting more developments from them. But now we don't really have that. I mean, it's been nearly 3 years since we've seen Shang-Chi, mate. Where's that dude gone? Where are the Eternals? Where are they gone? Is Thor coming back? What about Black Panther? We haven't seen her since the end of 2022. The Marvels was the only film where we got to see characters who starred in recent projects and then came together in a film, but even that film wasn't all that great, dude. Honestly, I don't really care too much for the MCU. I just want to see the X-Men and the Fantastic Four come in, and then I'm here, I'm glued. And it looks like Deadpool and Wolverine are going to be the first of the X-Men to come into the MCU, so already we're off to a good start, a good 2024. I just wish that the X-Men were introduced directly after the events of Endgame, as I feel like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men have more interesting stories and fascinating characters that would have been utilized in the MCU well. I mean, imagine having the mutants appearing in the MCU world after Endgame. People would have been so paranoid, and that would have caused a whole divide between the humans and the mutants. But it is what it is. We can't do anything about that now. We got what we got, and now we got Deadpool and Wolverine. I feel like this film is a little bit late coming out. It should have definitely have come out around 2022 or early 2023, mate. Yes, I am excited for this movie, but I'm also going to keep an open mind. I'm going to go in with low expectations and see whether or not Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are going to deliver greatness. But tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think of this? Do you think Deadpool and Wolverine are going to save the MCU, or do you think it's going to be another disaster? Tell me. Like this video, subscribe for more. Check out all of my X-Men videos, movie reviews and rankings that I did many years in the past. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did a review signing out.